My next author recommendation is Pelican Park. And I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but I think it's Ravina. And I haven't really talked to Ravina a lot. I just sort of read her stories, and they're not all One Direction stories. Right now she's writing one. I think she's probably writing a couple of stories right now, but she's writing one that has to do with Jono from the Main, and it's called Sleepless Nights, and it's based on Tangled, which is such a cool concept, and I love it. It's oh my god, I can't even like tell you, it's incredible, and she should have like a publishing company or something. She should be published. She should be published is all I have to say about her. I entered a contest of hers once, and that was when I first started. She had a Brighton contest, and I love Brighton, and there's not a lot of Brighton fan fiction on here, so I entered it, and that was when I first started reading her stories, and it's just, oh my god, she's so incredible. I can't even tell you how incredible she is. Okay, moving on. Moving on to Amanda, aka Harry Styles. We are in, I don't know how many co-writes we're in together. I think it's 2. I think we were in 3, and now we're not, or something like, we're in, I know that we're at least in 2 together. And, we're both writing Where the Magic Happens, or what's it called? Yeah, that's what it's called. That is what it's called, Where the Magic Happens. I don't even know what my story's called. That's good. She's an awesome writer and an awesome person, and we've talked a little bit. Again, utter shyness. But she's an awesome person, and I like talking to her, and she's really funny. And I've asked her questions before in the past about like working on co-writes and stuff like that, because and she's always been like really, really helpful. Which is nice, because sometimes there are people that like aren't as helpful. I don't know how to say that. And like she's just been like a really helpful person, a really nice person to me, and I appreciate it. And her writing is spectacular, and I love reading what she writes. Moving on so that I can finish this. My next person, hold on, and I will find it. And my next person is Fandango, or Tracy, and we don't talk a lot. I like comment on stuff occasionally, and she comments on stuff occasionally, and but we're friends on here, and we don't. And I've recommended her, and she is a really great author. I've only ever really read one thing that she wrote, which is called Vacant, and it was about Panic at the Disco, I think. And I am not a Panic at the Disco fan at all. I don't listen to their music. I don't know anything about them, but I think it was for the Candy Bowl. She asked me to write a review on her story Vacant, and it is probably one of the most compelling stories I've ever read. It's not long at all, but it was just so astoundingly heartfelt and so captivating that I just like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And it doesn't even matter that like it's someone that I don't read usually, or like a fandom that I'm not interested in, because it was so beautifully written that it didn't even like occur to me that like I was reading something about someone that wasn't like an original character. So I'm recommending her because her writing style is great, and I haven't read most of her other stuff. I've only really read Vacant, but if all of her other stuff is like that, then it's all incredible. And my last person that I'm recommending, and I haven't actually read most of their stuff yet. I've only read a little bit, but they just joined a co-write. They joined Get Your Kicks. Is that what it's called? Why do I not know the names of my stories? What? Who? Oh, yeah, it's called Get Your Kicks. Why do I not know the names of my stories? I swear. I don't even know the names of the stories that I write by myself. No. But I'm recommending Maddie. And she just joined Get Your Kicks. She took over for... Yeah, she took over for Amanda. And I haven't really read most of her stuff. I've read her chapter in Get Your Kicks, and I think I read like one other story, and I can't remember the name of it because I can't remember the name of anything today. But which is why I'm doing the author recommendation first. But she's an incredible writer, and she seems like a really nice person. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to her yet. We only talked on the forum about this story in particular, and she seemed like a really, really nice person. And I know other people are really good friends with her. Katie and Amanda and Micah are friends with her. So I'm sure she's like a super, super awesome person. Because if they're all friends with her and they're all super awesome people, then she must be. Did I say that was my last recommendation? I lied. My next recommendation, I have 2 more left. This is so 1 more after this. My next recommendation is Whomping Willow, or Julia. And Julia's just like the coolest person ever. I mean, just, you know. I think the first thing I really took time to read by her, like sometimes I just like skim through things, or I read them quickly and I don't really think about them. The first thing I really took time to read by her was her autobiography that she wrote for Nano, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, and she's younger than me, and she writes better than me, and I'm jealous, and it's so good, and she's such a nice person, and I've only talked to her a couple of times, but she's super helpful. Like, and she works on the staff, and like she's just super helpful if there's like questions or anything like that. Like, she's always willing to help out. And when I had a question about rewriting Somewhere Only We Know into moving it into Somewhere, I was really nervous about like rewriting it, and I was confused about it and stuff like that, and so it took me a long time to rewrite it, and finally I was like, I need to ask the staff about what I should do, and I was like, what staff member should I ask? I'm really nervous. I don't know most of the staff. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Julia works on the staff. I'll ask her. And so I emailed her, and or messaged her or whatever, and she was so nice about it and so helpful, and she's just like a really awesome person. So her, I definitely recommend. And my last recommendation is Little Sparrow. She is super cool, and we are writing Get Your Kicks together. She's started it, which is so cool, right? She's the genius behind the story. She's a really, really nice person too. I've only talked to her on the forum. I've not messaged her privately, but she's a really nice person, and she's really cool, and I wish we talked more, but we don't. And she writes really nicely, which I'm jealous of again, because I don't write very nicely. I think that's everyone. Oh, no, that's not everyone. I lied. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting people. My last recommendation, and I feel bad because I'm recommending them and I haven't read all of their stories, and I haven't read a majority of their things. But they were in a co-write with me, or they are in a co-write with me, or something like that. And I talk to them a lot, and so Good Girl, or ooh, and I don't want to say your name because I think I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, because I don't know how to pronounce your name because I've never said it out loud. But I think it's Shree. Is that right? It's Sree, Shree. Something. I wrote her a story for Candy Bowl, and that was the first time I really started talking to her a lot, and she's a really cool person, and I try to talk to her at least once every couple of weeks, just because she's so nice, and I like her writing a lot. It's really good, and it's super cute. I like reading stuff that she writes because it's really cute. It's not silly, but it is. So that is all of my recommendations. And if I didn't recommend you, it's probably just because I'm having a brain lapse and I didn't think about you right now. And I will mention you again some other time, I promise. Or if I didn't recommend you, I'm probably gonna recommend you in my story recommendations. And this was just like an overview of like people who I read so many of their stories that like I couldn't possibly just recommend like one or two things. So yeah, those are my recommendations, you guys. This video is really long. It's 23 minutes. Why do I keep making really long videos? I'm sorry. The next one will be shorter. I won't ramble as much or anything like that.